Welcome back everybody to more Madden 17 news. My name is MrHurriicane, and again I'm talking about some ratings today. We are going through the top 5 running backs in Madden 17, and yesterday I posted 2 videos, one talking about the top 10 rookies in Madden 17 and another talking about the top 5 quarterbacks. There will be a lot more of these coming out, so subscribe to the channel and check out my Madden 17 news playlist, link down below. I've talked about a ton of stuff already, especially if you're a franchise player and you've never watched my content. Franchise is what I really focus on, so I focused heavily on talking about that news. But let's get into the top 5 running backs, and we begin with number 1. Again, the link is down below in the description to the article if you want to follow along with me. But at number 1, the top running back in the game is Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell, and I agree with this. He's a 94 overall, and what we saw in the quarterback video is that it seems the overall formula at least has changed. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game, and he's only a 96. So here we have Le'Veon Bell, the best running back, coming in at 94 overall, and that's with 90 speed, 95 agility, 99 carrying, 95 elusiveness, and 97 juke. I agree, Le'Veon Bell is the best running back currently in the NFL. He has a rare blend of athleticism and strength, and he is the total package at running back in today's league. He can catch the football, he has 71 catching in the game, 97 juke, and that 99 carrying. He's going to be very dependable for you, whether it's out of the backfield as a pass catcher, or if he's going to be running the football downhill, or even with 90 speed, he can also run outside the tackles. Le'Veon Bell is the best it gets this year in Madden 17 as far as running backs go. At number 2, we go to my favorite team, and it is Adrian Peterson of the Minnesota Vikings, and his overall is 91. So we're not seeing very many high overall rated running backs if you're thinking like 95 and up as being that elite tier. That's definitely changing. It's now like 96 to 91 is pretty much that elite range. So Adrian enters 92 speed, 88 strength, 93 agility, 96 ball carrier vision, and 93 stiff arm. Adrian did lead the NFL in rushing once again. He had 83 yards on Doug Martin, who came in second. And Adrian also had the most carries in the league by far, 39 more than Doug Martin. And he led the NFL as far as running backs go, if these stats are all correct here. He led the league in fumbles as well with 6. So I'm guessing his carrying rating is maybe lower than it was in Madden 16. But with that being said, he's still one of the best runners in the league, and with 92 speed and the strength he's always had, along with his elusiveness that's always been off the charts and fun to watch, he is rated the second best back in the NFL. And do you guys agree with the top of this list? Do you agree with Le'Veon Bell at number 1, Adrian Peterson at number 2? I agree with both those guys in their spots. Number 3, Doug Martin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a fantastic rebound season for him last year after a pair of years that didn't even equate to 1,000 yards total. He played 6 games in 2013, 11 games in 2014. He had a great rookie season and a great 4th year in the league. So Doug Martin is now the 3rd best back in Madden 17. He's a 90 overall. And him, Adrian Peterson, and Le'Veon Bell are the only running backs rated in the 90s this year. Doug Martin has 89 speed, 91 agility, 90 trucking, 91 elusiveness, and 91 stiff arm. All 3 of these players mentioned so far have power and athleticism as core parts of their game, and that reflects in the ratings. It makes them all pretty balanced players as far as runners go. I know Adrian's not going to have very good pass block, catching, or carrying, so those are major drawbacks. And what's interesting here is that last year, Doug Martin entered Madden 16 as only a 78 overall, so that's a significant 12-point overall raise from one year to the next. And if you plugged in his ratings into Madden 16, I'm sure it's an even greater raise in overall. But he's a 90 overall, the 3rd best in the game. Do you guys agree with Martin here at 3? At first, I wasn't sure if I liked this, but if you look at the running backs in the NFL, there are some who used to be really high rated and aren't coming off their best season, so it makes sense to put a lot of emphasis on how they played last year. And last year's top 5 running backs, by the way, were Marshawn Lynch, Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, DeMarco Murray, and Le'Veon Bell. So, we have Doug Martin at number 3, and at number 4, we have Jamal Charles at 89 overall. And Charles has 91 speed now, which puts him 1 speed behind Adrian Peterson and 1 speed above Le'Veon Bell. So Charles at 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 97 agility, 92 spin move, and 95 juke. This speed does seem really low for Jamal Charles, who's pretty much been the fastest running back or one of the fastest backs in the NFL since he entered the league. But of course he tore his ACL last year, so we'll see how fast he is coming back from that injury. Hopefully he's 100% in 2016, and I'm guessing that if all goes well, then his speed's going to get a nice increase and he'll be back to what you kind of expect from him. But he only played 5 games last year, and he tore his ACL last October. He also has 72 catching, and that is one more than Le'Veon Bell's. Let's move on to number 5. We have a new face to the top 5, and it is Lamar Miller of the Houston Texans. We have the one player in this list who changed teams in the offseason as he went over to the Houston Texans, and that's going to be an interesting offense to watch. Just because Brock Osweiler getting that big contract, is he ready to lead that offense that has DeAndre Hopkins and now Lamar Miller? It's certainly intriguing, and Lamar Miller is an 88 overall, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 95 agility, 90 elusiveness, and 92 juke. That offense is going to have a lot of speed this year, including the rookies they drafted with Will Fuller and Braxton Miller, but Lamar Miller is going to give you a great dual threat option out of the backfield. And I'm excited to hopefully see him get more touches this year, because I think everybody, even beyond Dolphin fans last year, were frustrated with Lamar Miller's lack of touches. He didn't get a lot of carries. There were 17 running backs in the NFL that had more carries than Lamar Miller, but that offensive line wasn't great, and a lot of times Miller didn't have great production on the handful of carries he was getting. It wasn't all his fault. He still managed to average 4.5 yards a carry, had 7 runs of 20 yards or more, and was also productive as a pass catcher. So those are the top 5 running backs in Madden 17. Do you agree with the top 5 players here? I believe I agree with all 5 of them, actually. There are a couple that you could put into consideration for here. We're used to seeing LaShawn McCoy be much higher rated. He's coming off an 895-yard season. You have Matt Forte, who's now with the Jets, and he's been very dependable as a dual threat running back for a number of years. And I'm thinking that by the year's end, we could probably see Todd Gurley emerge as one of the top 5 running backs in Madden 17. I'm sure he's not far behind this pack of players. And one more who could really emerge, maybe not into the top 5 overall players by year's end, but at least very close. Arizona running back David Johnson, whom I think should have gotten a lot more Rookie of the Year consideration. I'm a big fan of his game, and I think he'll be one of the better running backs in the NFL for a number of years. And one more who could potentially see top 5 consideration, or at least close, is Ezekiel Elliott. Behind that offensive line with Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, he's going to have plenty of opportunities to carry the football behind a good offensive line against defenses that can't key in on him specifically. So what do you guys think of today's video? Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Madden 17 news. And tomorrow, regardless if there's a top 5 wide receiver list coming out, I will have Jaguars franchise for you tomorrow, along with Monday as well. So those are the next 2 episodes in the series upcoming. But hit that subscribe button for more Madden content, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.